Before we begin, don't forget to follow me on Twitter at Dolynny TV and on Instagram at Tyson Dolynny. You guys want to make sure you see what's going on behind the scenes here on Dolynny TV. That's where to find it. Let's get going. This is Dolynny TV, guys. A big welcome back to NHL 19, the Edmonton Oilers franchise mode, as my dog viciously attacks me here trying to get my attention. Either which way, we are against the New York Islanders for our next game, but that's not what matters this episode. This is the trade deadline special. And I was going to try some trades and see what I could work and then exit out and do my trade up front. But really, I'm going to try and spend a whole episode kind of figuring out what we want out of this trade, because I have a couple of suggestions here. I'll read my YouTube comments to you guys here as we scroll down. Andre Burakovsky is a suggestion from Pool Party. So yeah, you know what? That's a possibility, right? Andre Burakovsky from the Washington Capitals. You package a couple of good guys and you could get it gone, right? But the problem is, I don't want to package anyone more than either Ratty or a guy like Aberg, right? That's all I want to do, is package one of those guys with a third-round pick and call it even. Strome, second and an okay prospect. Don't have a second, so unfortunately shading that one's out. So another one that I got suggested is Jesper Fast. So we have a couple of key suggestions here. It looks like Jesper Fast or Andre Burakovsky are kind of the guys I'm going after. We'll try Burakovsky first, because that's who I'm kind of looking for. So our trade, look at first we'll go see what the return has to be for the Washington Capitals, who are 36-17. The reason I'm going after a winning team is because they are over in the Eastern Conference. So Burakovsky, I believe, is a left winger, if I'm not mistaken. Is he a centerman? No, is he a right winger? Did I miss something? No, there he is. So Andre Burakovsky, 84 overall, medium, top 6 potential, 12 goals, 15 assists, 60 points, or 60 games played. So he's had 27 points. That's really not. He's a top third line scoring forward at 84 overall. But we don't have the accurate tape on him, right? That's the problem. We don't have the accurate overall. So I don't like that as much as I should. So maybe if we go check and go find Jesper Fast over in New York, I believe he plays for. We're going to see what he can do. Jesper Fast, we've got the full book, right? 81 overall. He's at 31 points this game, or this year. 59 games played, +4. Third line scoring forward. If we bump him up to the second line, you know what? He's cheaper. I like the value. Jesper Fast, this is an excellent trade, Miku. Let's go see what we can do for him. I don't want to give up Kirill Maximov yet, so we'll obviously give up Pontus Aberg right there. That cuts the value a little bit. But now becomes the challenge, do we send a rookie or do we send a draft pick? I don't really have a lot of draft picks to be working with, but like typical NHL 19 fashion, we can send a third-round pick in the future. He's got 2 years remaining, so that is a pivotal trade, right? You now have 1 year of Jesper Fast. Then if he doesn't pan out in the offseason, then we can trade him, or we can extend him and we can figure out from there. So this looks like quite the even trade right as it is now. Trade rejected. You're a bit off with this proposal, and it doesn't meet our trade block priorities. All right, hold on. I am not shy to send one of my defensemen over there. Not Kevin Gravel, obviously not. Who did I think the other episode there? Not Niemelainen, Person, Stanton. Berglund, who's 21 years old, 61 overall, just not potentialing out, right? That's what I'm thinking. So let's see what we can do there. Trade accepted. Bing, bang, boom. We get it gone. So I get my trade done the way I wanted it to. So that works out for me. Go to edit lines. Yes, sir, we shall edit the lines in the NHL. And you see that leaves us with a hole on our left wing. That's what I wanted. As now that will get us, yes, sure, Jesper Fast is a right winger, but here's the thing. Marcus Johansson is a left winger, and we had him playing on the right wing, so now we get Jesper Fast in there. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, who's had 38 points. This is a pretty evenly spun second line now. Jesper Fast kind of sleuths in there. It's an upgrade. Yes, sure, we give up a third-round pick, but we got rid of a guy that I don't think was going to develop, and they took it hook, line, and sinker, so that helps us out. And Jesper Fast as well, you see full career stats for him, 33 points. He's closing in on a career high this year. That'll be pivotal to our success, that's 100%. And his stats looking very well, right? 85 on offensive awareness. His passing is an 85. His shooting is pretty much mid-80s. That should really help us. I think the Jesper Fast trade is going to make us contenders for the Stanley Cup this year. That's the last move I think we need to make before the deadline. You see right there, we're 3 points out of first place. How much better can it get at this point, right? I think we've got this figured out when it comes to trying to get the Cup won now. So we don't have to worry about that. We're not trading Andrej Sekera. Let's get 5 games through here. Big week against the New York Islanders. 3 Eastern Conference opponents. We take the 2-1 loss there against Anaheim. Got to win a big victory here. And man, does Tampa Bay want Marcus Johansson. They're willing to trade Taylor Radish and a Tampa Bay Lightning 3rd round pick for Marcus Johansson. And no, I'm not doing that. Johansson's my prize pickup. I'm not about to trade him away. 3-2 loss to Anaheim. That really sucks. We're not editing the trade block. 2 seconds spot check and a third of... No, not happening. Not happening, my man. Sorry, Shoveldayoff. Johansson, again, they're offering us this trade. That's a quick decline. 4-3 shootout loss. We're just having a really tough time. Finally win a game there. Lose to Ottawa. And it's a 33-25-6 record at this point of the year. Thankfully, the parity in the Pacific Division is really good. 65-77 is top bottom, and we're at 72 outside looking in. Leon Draisaitl up to 59 points in 61 games. He's been an absolute beast for us, an MVP for sure. Connor McDavid only 55 points, but the 27 goals. Puljujarvi's done well, Nuge has done well, Johansson's done alright. And Jesper Fast, even though we didn't win a lot of games, he put up 3 points in those 5 games. That's huge, right? You're talking a guy who's now plus 12 on the year, so that's good to see. And the bottom of the barrel, Andrej Sekera, Adam Larsson, Matt Benning, Ty Ratty's still got those points, but Ethan Bear suddenly starting to pick it up. He's 77 overall. Don't sleep on this kid quite yet. Zach Kassian, Jujhar Khaira, Kyle Brodziak, they're getting the job done, and you see Tobias Reeder and Drake Caggiula are kind of our worst tier forwards, but they are on that 3rd line, so don't pan into that too much yet. We only have 2 20-goal scorers, but we have 4 guys who have scored more than 15 goals. We'll have 5. I'm not concerned. I think we're good. I think we're gold. Let's get through a little bit more of March and then finish off the season next episode. How about that? Episode 9, finishing off the season. And you see, bing, bang, boom. We've got another 5 games to go. Let's see what we can do against Columbus, who's a 30-win team. We're going to take a 2-1 loss, 2-0 at Buffalo. Keep current prices. I'm not concerned about season tickets. Marketing budget, not concerned about that as well. And against Vancouver, thankfully, a big divisional victory. Need one here. We lose to Toronto, lose to New York. Man, New Jersey is kind of going to be a game changer for us because we're not losing a lot in overtime. And you see now all of a sudden we're 5 points out of a playoff race. Although we're pretty much secured a playoff spot should we get back into that 60 or that 79 point territory. Time's running thin though. That's the problem. We only have a couple more games to go. We'll go up to this game against the LA Kings, and that should really start to determine our future. We might be out of the playoff race right here, right now. 35 wins. We need a lot in these last 2 weeks. I can win there. And Central Scouting. Let's go check the draft list here a little bit. See Peyton Krebs, we've got him now. He's rated by the scouts at 2nd overall. And you see a couple of guys really doing all right. And do I have any risers or big fallers? You see guys going up 1 spot, down a spot, nothing major. Anybody? Nico Egenberger, gone down from an 85 to an 86, but you see I still got him pegged. He's a medium elite potential on 2 bars. I'll take that. That's probably a top 6 forward right there. That's a 5-4 loss. That's an overtime loss. Thankfully, that's clutch. That really helps us, but now that dooms us. 3-1 loss there, and now we've got 7 games. 7 games to save the season, and we're going to need how many wins? We're going to need essentially to win 6 of 7 by the looks of it to get into the playoff race because, yeah, 83 points in the Central Division. Man, things got away from us quickly. We just quit scoring goals like the Oilers can, and you know that will always cost you 10 out of 10. Leon Draisaitl only 63 points. He had 60 and 61 pretty much. Connor McDavid 59, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Yeah, we just quit putting up the points. Jesper Foss didn't do much. So we have 7 games to go, boys, and things are going to look very ugly at the end of this year, I think. Ethan Bear, he's 79 overall now, but only putting up 8 points. I'm really not liking his development. You got to hope for it, though. That's the big thing, right? Let's go take a look quickly at the AHL. Kyler Yamamoto putting up 40 points in 59 games, but again, they're having a losing season as well. So a very devastating year here in Oilers land. Looks like it at this point. 74 overall, Kyler Yamamoto. Joseph Gambardella up to a 72, so he should be good to maybe make an appearance next year in case of injury. And Trennan, who's still trending at a 71, doing all right. Tyler Benson up to a 67, so Benson's growing. And anyone else that we really need to be aware of? Well, Caleb Jones, who's up to a 73. So, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode of the Edmonton Oilers franchise mode. Wow, MLB on the brain. I will catch you guys, as always, in the next one. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, leave a like, and we'll see how the episodes or how the season finishes next episode.